Hi, Little Law School on Judge Cannon's dismissal of the Mar-a-Lago case. A lot of confusion there. Practically speaking, all it means is Jack Smith in particular cannot pursue this case in particular in her specific courtroom. It does not apply to the entire country. It does not apply to the entire Justice Department. Jack Smith could refile the indictment in Washington, D.C. Arguably, there'd be venue there because Donald Trump packed up the boxes in Washington, D.C. Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, could take the case away from Jack Smith in particular and transfer it to a regular prosecutor within the Justice Department. Essentially, Judge Cannon held that the special appointment of Jack Smith in particular was unconstitutional. And let me explain why. The Constitution breaks down federal employees into three buckets. Number one is a principal officer. That means they answer directly to the president. That's the Attorney General. That's any head of a department, the Secretary of Commerce. Those have to be appointed by the president and confirmed by the Senate. The second category are inferior officers. Arguably, Jack Smith is an inferior officer because he has a lot of power relative to other regular employees in the government. For inferior officers, heads of departments can appoint them if Congress says so. So Jack Smith was appointed pursuant to the Department of Justice regulations through Merrick Garland. That's why it was everyone, I think, up until this point assumed, like many special counsels, the special counsel that prosecuted Hunter Biden, Robert Mueller and the Mueller report. It goes all the way back to Archibald Cox and the Nixon and Watergate investigations. People have assumed that attorneys general can hire special prosecutors this way. What she's saying is the statutes that were used to appoint Jack Smith didn't give Merrick Garland the authority that everyone thought Merrick Garland got. So it is a victory for Donald Trump in that it's going to create more of an impression that he's the victim, that he has the law on his side. But at the end of the day, there's no way that case was going forward until November. If a Democrat wins the White House, he is absolutely 100% still in the crosshairs of criminal liability. There are other ways to bring this case. So the bottom line is, friends, vote, 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 vote. If Donald Trump gets in office, it's all over, but it's always been all over if Donald Trump gets in office. All this does is create more talking points to create confusion among the voting public as to who's the good guy in this whole matter.